Heidi Ho, neighbor. That was a good show, wasn't it? Do y'all remember that show? Home Improvement. It was a good show. Tim Allen. Well, Tim Allen's actually funny. Politics aside, he's funny. He really is. I mean, that show was funny. It was kind of weird, though. He'd fucking, like, bully you into watching his TV show. You remember that shit? Don't change the channel! Like, that's really, really scary, dude. I have a scarier version of Tim Allen beckoning at me from the TV to not watch any other show. Okay, so there's a contest going on at my work. The contest involves protocol shit. So, you know, we're immediately going to lose that contest. The protocol shit involves uniform and punctuality. Two ultimate fails when it comes to AG. Do you guys like my hair? It's fucking matted. Like, I started smoking weed again about a month ago, and it's amazing, like, just how much my motivation has completely dwindled into diddly squat. Like, I have no desire to do anything now. I have a desire to possibly maybe get higher. And once I'm higher, I have that desire to talk to myself and amongst myself about all the stuff that we're gonna do. I just dropped off money at my parents' house to pay rent, and my mom was so sad when I left. Like, she said the saddest thing, and she said it like laughing, which I know that she meant it. I know that she meant it if she laughed when she said it, and it was really depressing. So you want to know what my mom said? I'm sure you do. I'm sure your mother says things like this to you all the time to fuck with your head. Because I'm sure all the mothers in the vortex are fucking manipulative and send their babies on a guilt trip for no fucking reason. Well, my mom does this, though. I swear it's a mom thing. I think it involves the victim complex, though, especially when it comes to women. It's why women do this shit. I noticed this shit with my mom a long time ago, but I think that moms, you know, I think it's probably really hard to be a mom. It's hard to be a parent in general, but, you know, like, if you feel like you raised your kid, or at least you attempted to, and that kid isn't up to par with, like, what you think they're supposed to be, a part of it's narcissism, but another part of it is, like, insecurity, I think. Well, I mean, narcissists are very insecure. That's why they are the way they are. It's a front that they're putting on constantly. But I don't think my mom's a narcissist. My dad is, but I can see, like, the attraction. Like, I can see why they're still together, even though they fucking hate each other. It's like, well, there's something in it for the two of you, and you guys, like, fit. Like, you understand each other, you know? But it's like, my family's pretty screwed up, though. And the reason why they're screwed up is because they refuse to admit that they're screwed up. And that's typical of white families. Something I've noticed, because I pay attention to a lot of stuff, and I talk to a lot of different people about their experience and stuff. And the really cool thing about working at a restaurant is that you get to work with all these different types of people, you know? And so I have a lot of friends that are black. I have a lot of friends that are Latino. Have some Asian friends, Indian friends. and not like both Indians, like both Indians. No, but you know, like the Cherokee kind of Indians, and then like there's the from India, you know. There's no way to not sound racist these days. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Speaking of racist, apparently Dave Chappelle is in hot water because he did the same shit that he always does. I find it so funny, like, people on both sides of it are just fucking dumb. Like, people that get offended are dumb. People that are like, oh my god, this is amazing, are dumb. He's just doing what he always does. He's funny. He's fucking funny. Don't expect him to not be funny. It's like, I think that people just don't, like, they want a specific kind of humor. I mean, because even like people that are like really into that kind of shit, like really into the offensive, anti-PC stuff, I mean, that stuff does get boring after a while if it just seems like you're going for the shock value. But I don't think that's what he's doing. I think he's just fucking talking out of his ass, you know, which is kind of like what you're supposed to do, I think. I mean, yeah, it's cool to have jokes, you know, like actual jokes are awesome. And I think he does have actual jokes, but it seems like he's more of a storyteller, which is why he's just naturally good at it. Doug Stanhope is more of a natural storyteller. I'm more of a natural storyteller, but unfortunately, and this is something I discovered when I get high, it's like I'm so comfortable with myself and I really want to expose that, but I'm not comfortable with myself in front of other people, you know? Because what comedy is, and what any kind of artistic thing that you pursue is just like this, like, attempt to just be yourself in public. This attempt to be who you really are on stage, you know, and I don't know if I can do that. Like, I don't know if I'm that brave. And because people look at me when I get up there and they talk about how fucking brave I am and how it takes balls to just be myself and all this shit, but it's like, God, if you only knew. If you only knew all the comedy gold that you're actually missing, you would feel so cheated. Oh, really? That's why I tell people about this channel. Like, you want to see what I'm capable of? You get down with the aimless. Even this, though, I mean, it's amazing. Like, I turn this camera off and I'm even funnier, man. I think it's just this whole idea of like being alone and just like sort of thriving in this like mental Apollo up here. Like, it's cool, but it's also really, really lonely because, I mean, you never really feel like you're connecting with people. And it's something I wanted to address. It's like I just feel so disconnected from everyone, and I think that that's the main reason why I just farted. Y'all hear it? I know y'all heard it that time because that was pretty good. That was a good one. That was a really good one. I might do it again. Holy shit, we're on a roll. Oh god, this smells like ass. Good, it should smell like ass because that's where it just came from, honey bun. Yeah, okay, so I do feel like I'm sort of choosing psychosis because I'm like off in this other world now, like pretty much all the time. And I think I mentioned that before, like with weed, I feel like it's just, I'm more and more into that world, that separate universe that I create. And so like that's cool. That seems like a luxury problem, right? I mean, it's cool, like, because, you know, as a creative person, it seems fine because, like, I'm just giving myself more shit to do in this other world. But it's like, well, I'm in this other world, though. I'm not in the real world, so I can't really accomplish anything here, you know? Like, I I read this really long ass book on U.S. history. It was like 800 pages long. And I read that. There's no fucking way that I can read that now. High as a kite. Like, there's no way. Yeah, but you started reading though. Like, it's not like you can't read just because you get high. It's just like you're less likely to retain the information. That's all. It's not like you're any less interested. It's just you're less motivated. You know. The problem with it is that you already have way too many fucking ideas, and you really can't focus on any one of them. Because it's just, whoa, you know, it's like a fucking kaleidoscope. You're just like looking at all these different directions, like the pretty colors, like everywhere, fucking pretty colors. And yeah, I can't get shit done. Anyway, my mom. ADD is fun though, isn't it? It's fun to, you know, not have any idea what the fuck I'm gonna say next. Like, is she gonna talk about what she said she was gonna talk about 10 minutes ago? Who knows? My mom said something really depressing. She said, see, here's the thing, I texted my brother on his birthday. His 44th birthday recently. I texted him, I fucking remembered. Because I've been a lot better about that shit. They say you get better as you get older, because it's like, once you realize that like death is fast approaching, you tend to get closer with your siblings, right? Well, like, I tried to reach out to him on his fucking birthday and he never texted me back. And my mom even said this. She's like, well, he's crazy. I'm like, wow, you finally admit it. You finally admit something that I said to you a long ass time ago and you didn't want to believe me. Nobody wants to believe me. I'm so right about fucking everything. Anyway, with my family though, it's like my family is so white. Well, they really are. They're so fucking white. Like, they don't know how to deal with anything. They don't know how to face anything. I think that's why my mom like really appreciates who I am, because at least I have the balls to just, you know, be who I am rather than just play into everybody else's little you know, charade. Because I really think at this point that's what it is. Like, I've just noticed that people just fill the roles that they were assigned and they don't even question it. Well, like, I don't know, like my mom, like today, she said, she's like, one day you're gonna call. Like, this is fucked up, Vortex, this is fucked up. She said, one day you're gonna call and you're gonna find out I'm dead. And she started laughing. My mom's fucking sick. But it's like she said that to illustrate a point. She said something fucked up to illustrate the fact that she feels like I don't give a fuck about her, which is not true. I mean, like, I do go over there and visit with them, but it's just like, at some point, I don't have anything else to say. You should just go over there with your fucking coloring books, your colored pencils and shit, and just sit there and color and just fucking humor her, man. Because that's really like all she wants. She just needs somebody there to just fucking listen to her. And like, that's why old people, they get so fucking depressed and they commit suicide, is because they don't have anybody there to fucking listen to them anymore. It's like their kids, just forget about them. Don't do that. Don't be that fucking kid that just drops your parents off at some old folks home and just leaves them there to fucking rot. Don't do that shit. I mean, it's not like that were even a temptation, but I know it's like getting to that point where, like, my parents are in their 70s, you know? Yeah, I mean, I feel like they've got a ways to go before it's like to that point, you know? Yeah, see, my grandmother, like, she's like, I think she's in her late 90s, and she's finally at the point where, like, she has to have help. I mean, she hates that shit. She's like my dad. I mean, my dad came out of her vagina, so, like, they're both very, very stubborn. But still, I think the coolness, like, skipped a generation, because my grandmother's fucking shit. My dad's the one that's all uptight. So, I don't know. Is it cutting off my head again? Probably. So I've decided to rename the trans movement. You know how it's like the transgender movement? I'm just calling it the transient movement. Transient. Doesn't that sound way cooler? Well, they're trying to throw gender out anyway. So like transgender would be obsolete. Like in the future. I'm already thinking in the future terms, you know. So that's why. Transient. It's a transient movement. Trans. You have to say it like that. That would be so funny though if you like think of all the words that start with trans, like translate, transformer, transport. Yeah, you could just like say that, oh, this is like, you could say it's a completely different thing. I mean, that's what people are doing anyway. I'm one of those like think outside the box comedians. Like I'm trying to find like more ways to joke about this. Cause like you gotta, I don't like jokes that are just like Dave Chappelle had a joke about how like, yeah, that's a funny predicament to be in, like being a transgender, you know, like imagine feeling like you're in the wrong body. I mean, like I felt that way my entire life. So I've always said that I'm not only transgender, I'm trans, what did I say? Transgender, transracial, and transcontinental, right? That is a triple whammy, my friend. That's way worse than whatever predicament these motherfucking pansies claim to be in. That's what's funny. People that get offended by like those kinds of jokes, those are people that actually haven't been, you know, like discriminated against. Those are people that have never experienced any kind of serious bigotry in their life. You know, they haven't actually gone through that. Because if they had, it would toughen them up and they wouldn't be such a pansy when hearing a joke that was told in the comedy setting. It would be different if like people were telling jokes like, you know, like say you're a transgender person and like you're in high school and you hear somebody make jokes about you at the locker. I feel like that would be way worse than people making jokes about you in a comedy setting. You know, it's like they make fun of everything. Like you're not so special that, you know, people aren't allowed to make jokes about you. I would say that about anybody and anything, you know? I don't think that there's like anything whatsoever that is wrong with like people that just have a very unique experience of feeling like they were born in the wrong body, you know? I mean, if you want to say wrong, like it's like sort of a defect. I mean, I'm sure like if you looked at a person that's transgender, if you looked at their brain, like it would be different. It's just, I don't think that medication can fix that. And I don't think that like any sort of like conversion therapy is like gonna fix that. Like whether you're trying to convert into something or not into something, like I don't think it matters. You guys like this better? Can you see me better? Slightly? Not really. Where's your phone at? Ah, shit. Like, seriously, where is my phone? I always lose stuff. Duh. It's like if I don't lose stuff, it's like it's like I didn't live that day. Something wasn't lost. Did y'all hear that? Good. I'm glad you did, because Mom's mad. Just kidding. Dad's mad. I have all this fucking change. That was funny though. Well, now I have an excuse as to why I'm late, though, so there you go. Yeah, it's true. You always have an excuse as to why you're late. Like, you never won't have an excuse. Holy shit, the weather's amazing, you guys. How much time do we have? 2020, Barbara Walters. What's up? What's up? So I seriously don't know where my phone's at. It's right there, man. It's 5:06. Yeah, but anyway, I think that like the only way to resolve things is to like resolve it yourself. I don't believe in doctors. I mean, I feel like if there's some sort of extreme procedure that's needed, I mean, I would say like, yeah, they probably should operate, you know? But I just don't trust authority figures. I've always been very against authority. I really hate being told what to do. I hate when people try to force their will on me. It's fucking annoying. You know, I don't do that to other people. I might really want to do that to other people, but I don't do that to other people. It's like, that's not acceptable behavior. And that's the problem, is like so many people just like they guilt people into things, or they manipulate people. And I mean, I used to do the same shit, you know? It takes a bullshitter to understand the bullshit. Okay, go inside, please. Go inside. Stop talking. Stop talking. Yeah, right. It won't fucking happen, man. Yeah, so yeah, I'm late. I've already lost the contest. I also have mismatched socks. I already lost the contest. I could be the #1 loser of the contest. I wonder if I'd still get a jacket. There should be a jacket for the #1 loser. Anyway, I'm gonna go inside.